Today we're exploring a question I get asked a lot. Should I do an MBA to transition my career? This topic is very personal to me because my second career transition from luxury retail to strategy consulting happened through an MBA at Oxford. After navigating my first transition completely on my own, the second one felt different and honestly a little bit scarier. I still remember the loneliness and the uncertainty of doing it alone, even though I ultimately made it work. Overall, I'm grateful I chose the MBA route for my second pivot, but like everything, it came with trade-offs. Before we dive into the pros and cons, let me share why I chose to do an MBA in the first place. The first thing I should say is I always knew I was going to do an MBA one day. I even told myself when I was an undergrad. But my motivation wasn't only career transition. It came down to three things. First, yes, I wanted structure for my pivot, but I also believe the credential will help me with my longer term career goals. And finally, I wanted that once in a lifetime experience of doing an MBA, the friendship and the camaraderie. With that context, let me look at the reality of using an MBA for career transition. In this video, I will walk you through 5 biggest pros and 5 key cons of doing an MBA for your career transition. I will start with the pros. Unparalleled industry exposure. Business school brings industry to you. Companies presentation, networking events, career tracks, plus your classmates come from every sector imaginable. Essentially, free peer coaching from people who walk different paths. The second one is all the career resources you get. You get career coaches, job search workshops, CV support, interview prep, and networking guidance. And the best part, most of these resources remain available as an alum. And then you have the environment to consider, right? You are surrounded by highly driven people who also reinventing themselves. You heard that saying, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with? Well, during my MBA, I was surrounded by ambitious, inspiring peers who kept me motivated. The fourth pros is the dedicated time and space. A full-time MBA gives you breathing room to focus on your transition without juggling a demanding job. That space is invaluable for reflection and exploration. And the fifth and last point is your strategy skills development. You are constantly upgrading skills through classes, electives, and projects. You can target your skills gap and even showcase your abilities through case competition and consulting projects. Now, on the flip side, I also want to share with you 5 key cons to consider while deciding to do an MBA for your career transition. Here they are for you. Number 1 is your opportunity cost. While you're in class, you're not getting hands-on experience in your target field. Sometimes practical work beats classroom theory for pivot. It's also worth mentioning that there are academic demands beyond the career transition. An MBA is a full degree with exam, group project, and deadlines. Career transition is just one piece of the puzzle, and it has to compete with your coursework. Let's be real, MBAs are expensive. Between tuition, living costs, and lost income all adds up. Scholarship helps, but the financial commitment is huge here. Another point to consider is it's not necessary. I proved it in my first transition. You can absolutely pivot without an MBA. A lot of people do. It's one path, not the only path. Last but not least, there are no guarantees. Even with the brand name and all the resources, the MBA doesn't guarantee success. Market condition, timing, and most importantly, your own effort still plays the biggest role in having a successful career transition. So where do I stand here? Would I recommend an MBA for a career transition? Yes, but with caveats. For me, the MBA expanded my horizon in ways that I couldn't have predicted. I gained peer network and coaching that directly led me to strategy consulting, a field I've even had considered before starting an MBA. The structured support and dedicated time made this transition feel less isolating and more strategic than the first transition. An MBA is an incredible catalyst for career transition, but it's not a magic bullet. It's a significant investment of time, money, and energy that needs to align with your specific situation, goals, and learning style. For me, consider an MBA if you want structured support and resources, you value peer learnings and networking, you can afford the financial and time investment, you're looking to make a significant industry or function jump, and you want to build a credential for your long-term career goals. So skip the MBA if you prefer self-directed learnings, you want to minimize opportunity costs and get hands-on experience faster, and the financial burden would create stress in your life, and you're making a smaller pivot that doesn't require retraining. Remember, there are not a single right path to career transition. Whether you are choosing an MBA or doing it alone, what matters the most is that you commit fully to the path you choose. That's it for now. This is the end of this video. Thank you. I hope that was helpful. I will see you in the next one.